Hi there, this is Beth from the Sterling Public Library, here to talk to you about a couple more books in our young adult collection. First one I want to talk about is this one. It's called Amelia Unabridged, and it's by Ashley Schumacher. That's brand new. It just came out this month, and it's in the romance genre. I'm going to read you the first line. If my life were a book, I would start here, standing in front of the long row of check-in tables at the California Children's Book Festival, with something that feels very much like hope blooming in my chest. So Amelia and her best friend Jenna, they're attending a book conference, a book festival. So they absolutely love this series, this fantasy series that's been written by a young sort of reclusive author. And at this particular, they've just graduated high school, and one of their graduation gifts from Jenna's parents was to be able to go to this book festival and attend this exclusive meetup with this reclusive young author of these books. And Amelia is so excited, but her hopes are dashed when it doesn't happen. The author backs out, and she's really mad and upset and can't understand why Jenna is not as mad as she is, her best friend, until Jenna finally admits that Jenna actually had something to do with the reason that the author did not show up. Anyway, so Amelia is very upset. You know, she kind of understands where Jenna's coming from, but she's so mad at in herself that she has a hard time forgiving Jenna. Anyway, tragedy happens, and something really bad happens, and Amelia's lost. She doesn't know what to do. Like I said, she's just graduated high school, and she's just feeling very lost. And out of the blue, she receives in the mail a copy of the first book in that series. It's a limited edition signed by the author, and it doesn't say who it's from, but it's from this bookstore in Michigan. And so she decides she's just gonna have to go and find out. So she goes to Michigan to find this bookstore and find out what's going on, why she received this copy, and stuff happens. Anyway, like I said, it is a romance, but really the main theme in here is grief and dealing with grief. And I think it does a really good job with it. Everybody deals with grief in a different way. So obviously there's nothing wrong with the way this one's, but I did like it a lot. I liked Amelia as a character. The romance was a little rushed, but the story itself admits that it's rushed, so I guess that works. One of the other things that I really liked about this book was the way that the author writes. And I don't mean like how she progresses the story, which was great, but she sprinkles in these really interesting and clever turns of phrase, metaphors, similes, things like that. And a lot of times I don't usually enjoy that too much, but when somebody's really good at it, I do like it a lot. And so I I enjoyed that a lot about this book too. Anyway, it's a really good book. Good characters, a very fun book. Amelia Unabridged. The other book I want to talk about is quite a bit older. This one is called The Extraordinary Secrets of April, May, and June, and it's by Benway, and it's in the fantasy genre, and it was written in 2010, so it's old. The first line is, "I hate being the oldest." So April, May, and June are sisters. They're all in high school, and they're typical sisters dealing with typical high school stuff. When out of the blue, they all find out they have these supernatural powers. It's not really a superhero book, if you're thinking that. So it's kind of paranormal. And they're like, well, what do we do with these? And they all look at it differently. There's 3 different points of view in the book from all 3 of the sisters. And they're all very different personalities, and it really comes through. This book is lighthearted and very fun. I mean, you may find yourself laughing out loud at some of the situations and things that happen. It was a very fun read. I liked all the characters. Like I said, they're all different. They come through. They all have some nice growth. And like I said, there's humor. There's a little bit of romance in this book, and a healthy dose of family love. And so this is a really fun book. So even though it's old, it's still a lot of fun. And Benway is a great author. I've pretty much liked anything I've read by her, so read this one. Okay, that's all I have for you today. You guys have a great week.